You know, I'm having a lot of fun playing Valheim still. I haven't gotten through all of the content yet. I'm still running around, enjoying new worlds with friends, exploring, learning things, and just overall enjoying the experience. But there's still one thought that has been stuck in my mind. A challenge, so to speak. How far can I get just punching? No weapons, no tools. How far can we get? Let's find out. Now, right off the bat, we're not going to be great to start off. We're not Mike Tyson coming out of the gate here. We're not even the Big Show. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us. We're not going to be the One Punch Man. We are the Many Punch Man. He's just as cool. He's totally just as cool. Trust me. Now, of course, combat is going to be difficult. We're going to have to roll like we're in Dark Souls, but we need to take the time to get good at it. You're practically invincible if you time it well. It'll make our life much easier. And so we get started right away. Now, the first boss to summon needs 2 deer heads. This brings me to the part of the challenge that I didn't really think about until I started already. And that is the amount of stealth involved. And boy, let me tell you, it's great. It's great. It's not tedious. It's not tedious at all. You know, complaints aside, it has been pretty generous. I have gotten pretty lucky. I even have gotten some one-punch kills. However, the rest of the time is a little bit less fun. There's been some punches that seem very similar to my one-punch kills that didn't quite get the job done, even though I punched the deer right in the butt. And after some totally not boring creeping around, I had 2 deer head and I was ready to summon the first boss, Eikthyr. Now, you may notice that I have a shield on. And you may notice that we're kinda just blowing by this fight very quickly. We'll get to that. I was able to emerge victorious from the battle, and immediately I began to move on to the Black Forest, in hopes that I could find a cave to register the location of the Elder. Now, I did find a cave and some cores, but no marker for the Elder. Still good finds, though. This does bring me to another thing I may have not thought about very much, and that's upgrading my equipment. Getting bronze is going to be delightful without tools. The best and most obvious way remaining is to use a troll, which, again, doesn't sound tedious at all. I'm sure it would be very simple, and I'm sure nothing would happen that would aggravate me during such a thing.
Fat chance.
I could also try and just skip bronze altogether and go straight for iron, which I'll be able to get out of some chests in crypts if I get lucky. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know if I can get through any of those mud piles without a pickaxe, though. Oh, this is starting to crumble in on me a little bit here.
Now what?
Let's go back to the original boss fight. I told a couple of friends of mine that I was able to beat it just punching, but that I did use a shield. Their response was, dare I say, tepid. So I ditched the shield, and it was at this point I realized I only have 1 deer head. Fuck. So back to sneaking. I'm sure everything will be fine. We're pros at this now, right?
Fat chance.
I even tried some new methods now that I had beaten Eikthyr once. Yeah. I went back to sneaking, basically. Once I had a second deer head, I returned to the altar and summoned Eikthyr once more, because it was time for a shieldless beatdown. And I don't want to brag, but we kind of whooped his ass a little bit. It was kind of like the old fight night days. We were cooking up an ass whooping. It went well. So I'm tempted to see if I can beat the Elder just as is, because I'm going to be using dodging as my primary defense. But now I worry about if I can even get any iron from crypts. But we're crossing bridges before we get there. We don't even know where the Elder is yet. I returned to the Black Forest in search of what would hopefully be a bit of a better cave, but instead I was greeted by a rapidly approaching night. As luck would have it, I was able to find a cave just as night hit. This would be the end of good luck for a bit. The cave would immediately hit me with one of my biggest challenges yet, the damn numbers game. I would manage to overcome it the best way I knew how. Cheese. The first goal was to neutralize the archer. That would buy some breathing room and give me a chance to get a real plan going. Then I needed to stay alive and apply some ninja defense in order to reposition myself back to somewhere safe. Hopefully cheesy. From there, the skeletons conveniently would keep running down the hallways, so I could get back to attacking one-on-one. Before long, I was able to patiently take out each and every skeleton in the cave, only to learn that I had gone through all of this in order to find out that this was the worst cave that could possibly be generated procedurally in this game. Not only did I not get to mark the Elder, I didn't get a single core. Not one. I ran through the entire cave multiple times, just to be sure that I didn't miss something. Just to be sure that this wasn't a complete and total pile of garbage that I was inside of right now. And no, there was nothing.
I'm looking you in the eye, Gus.
But if nothing else, it did keep me alive during the night, where I almost certainly would have been overwhelmed by the number of those dickhole gray dwarves in the Black Forest. Unfortunately, my luck was not about to change. I had waited until daytime, but quickly ran into my first hand-to-hand troll. It had a tree trunk, and my mind raced quickly. Maybe I could lure it to some copper. Maybe I could beat it and use the hide to make better armor. Before I knew it, I was punching the troll for no damage whatsoever and was immediately regretting everything.
Yeah, you think? I'm sorry.
I quickly scurried away to a rock I had passed earlier, hoping it was a copper node. It was not. Panicked, I ran away, only to be greeted by another squad of skeletons guarding a cave, an archer among them. I fought bravely, but the numbers game caught up to me in a hurry, and I finally suffered my first death this run. It was bound to happen eventually, but that fact didn't take away any of the sting. The good news of a punching-only run is that there isn't much equipment to retrieve, so it's not like there's an incredible sword waiting for me to get picked up. The bad news is that these skeletons were a bunch of campers. Assholes. Still, my sneaking training actually paid off for once, and I was able to get back my gear without incident. In addition, the skeletons hadn't healed, and I was able to finish the fight. Little did I know that my stealth training was about to be put to the ultimate test. When I entered the cave, I was ready for more cheesy hallway exploits, but what I got was something a bit more difficult. Ambushed by skeletons, and every next door I opened would reveal more in this huge cave. I quickly realized that I simply didn't have enough cheese in me to take out this army of skeletons, so I had no choice but to summon the very best of my growing sneak skill. What followed was a beautiful combination of strength and stealth that Odin himself would be proud of. I was still surrounded by skeletons when I finally saw it, the Elder Marker. I was able to grab some remaining cores and also get that precious marker before finally cutting my losses and getting out of that cave and back home as fast as possible. And so we're ready to, get ready for the Elder. We definitely still have questions about upgrading our gear and furthering progression, but if nothing else, we can give the next boss a shot. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like or even a subscribe. Sorry. Each one goes a long way. Bye.